Ah, yes, let's rock. Oh, wicked. How is everyone doing today? Right. Okay. So we have got like the title of this particular episode is incredibly vague. That's mainly because I've got a lot of little things I want to do and a lot of big things I want to do, and I want to just get cracking through the list, and hopefully it's going to be awesome. And we're gonna just make a good overall big improvement to the game. Also, right. So I've got lots of like not really necessarily bugs, but quality of life improvements that I'm looking to do. But on top of everything else, I've actually, let's see if I can show it off here. So I've made like this is more just like I'm starting to ideas for new monsters, and we've got a few more cards that we're looking to do as well. I don't know how much I can get done this stream, but we'll just see. We'll go to So there's this one here I actually drew ages ago, and it's a whole totem that's got a full animation and everything. I just couldn't think of a use for it. So right, so this is one of our new cards that we're going to look to do. This one, so I thought I'd just quickly show you. I'm also, so this is another card that like gets inspirations, but it's a little bit. It also gives you attackers. I don't know really what I was thinking. I was also planning on, if you look here, this is a new type of misfit that instead of giving you any attackers or defenders, this misfit will give you one mana coin back. So like it's going to be kind of slightly rarer, but it's going to be obviously great when you get it. This is a card that's going to give you both defenders and a misfit to your hand, so it's like a bit of both. This one here, and I haven't worked out exactly what it's going to do, but this is using the same sort of sprite from the inspirations. However, this one is going to be, I don't know if it's going to be like one of everything, or I haven't worked out yet. But I kind of want this to be a good one. Say one of every mana and get one of every bean, and you get a mana back, and you draw a card or something like that. So this is going to be again the sort of rare version of the inspiration. So there's a particular player of my game who's been really supportive throughout the community called Agast, who's I thought I needed to make a card after him. So this is going to be a really interesting card. It's going to be 3 mana, and the level 1 it's going to give you 15 armored attackers, 15 armored defenders, and 3 of each ready camp. And it's going to do damage to you, and it's going to vanquish. So it's going to be one big. You play it at the beginning. It sets you up for the rest of the battle. And here we have Unbroken Martin. So anyway, these are all the cards that I'm looking to work on, but for the time being we're actually going to do something which is going to be not, I wouldn't say less interesting, but it might be considered slightly less interesting. So right, what we're looking to do is a really important point that someone made is when you do the final boss of each campaign, you always seem to get a rubbish amount of of Rumple tokens. I think that's probably fine. You always seem to get like a rubbish amount of Rumple tokens, and it just feels a little bit underwhelming. And yet the chest afterwards, you get loads of Rumple tokens, and you get a bunch of other stuff as well. And it just kind of feels better if you were to get all of the Rumple tokens from that boss, and then the chest just has all the other loot, like the extra cards and stuff. So I think that'll just make it feel a little bit better. Right. Anyway, so that is what we're going to work on. I think I'm going to give myself 25 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever's the easiest to actually put up here. Let's have a look. So, nope. I think it will be. Yeah. Okay. Right. I'll give myself 30 minutes. See if we can get all of that that whole like Z coins coming from the boss instead of the final chest all in this 30 minutes. So let's go. Right, scenes, test map, and we'll need to. Sorry about the banging outside. I'm going to go back to our Yeah, I think someone actually even came up with an idea a bit later, like a little while ago, because it's like this particular function I need to get to loads and loads of times. Right, where are we up to? So let's go. I need to work out exactly what creates the... Oh, Vivax, how's it all rocking? Let's go! Awesome. Yeah. We're just sorting a few nice like quality of life things out today. And hopefully I'll see if I can get the patch in over the next week or something. But yeah, let's rock! Okay, so what is the quickest way of us doing this? So I think what we need to do, progress int, if I made that 28, and I always like to have a little debug, and I might even write it down as well because I need to change this back. Where have I put my pen? Here we go. Yeah, I always need to change this back, and I mean, it's very bad if I release the patch and this number remains 28. That means that no one gets to actually play the game. Return progress int. There's probably ways where I can just test it and it won't matter, but I'd rather, yeah, I'm just going to have that as though like that's just to remind myself, and I will also put a debug.log return this to 0. Okay, all right, so what I kind of want to do as well is, I think in the bean post master script, I think I might have done myself a pretty good solid. Yes, I have. Right, so what we've got here is just control KU. So I just can create beans. In fact, also return this. So I've just got a few debugs, so I can create some beans, so I can kill them pretty easily. Oh, wicked! Oh, that's good to hear. Oh, wicked! You've been up to anything exciting lately? Progress band. Input dot get key. Yeah. So I've just got like I just want to make sure that I remember to return. Okay. So now we need to work out exactly how the monster rewards are sorted, and I don't think this should be too difficult, to be honest. So let's see if I can crunch. Let's see what's the quickest way of doing this. I think it might be at the top, actually. Yes, right. Okay. So what we're going to do is get rid of this. Get rid of this. Because over here somewhere is the bit where we're creating the monster rewards. This is the one. This is the ticket. Oh wow! Oh, quality! Oh wow! Sounds like you've been busy. Oh wow! Did you go anywhere nice? Right. So if we go find all the references here, we can just find out the exact point in which we're actually adding stuff. So that's sorting the boost rewards. I think all of this is boost rewards. Let's see. Probably not there. Yeah, we're just trying to find out exactly when we're adding the monster rewards. So I think we found it. I think sort monster rewards. Yes. Okay. Right. So if monster is not equal to there, okay, that's good. And so I think right. So what's happening at this point is I want to have a quick look at this. Yes. So what we'll do is this particular line of code here, this is what adds the Rumple tokens. So it's saying we're creating a new individual reward class, it's saying add Rumple tokens, and then it's doing the maths, saying the Rumple token reward plus oh right, yeah. Oh, I actually thought I'd had a bit of a randomizer on it, but I didn't. Oh, Sweden. Oh, very nice. Oh, brilliant. Oh, yes. Oh, brilliant. Apparently it is quite hard to actually sit down and read. But, like, obviously I've heard so many people say that that is their favourite, like, trilogy of books, or their favourite series of books. I've only seen the films myself. And yeah, obviously they're brilliant. Like, I think they still hold up, by the way. If you were to watch the films now, they still look pretty good, even though they're almost 2 decades old, which does make me feel old. Yeah. Okay. So what we need to do, I'm going to do it be a bit sneaky. We're going to say, this will be the same, whereas I think if I get rid of this here, oh, actually there is a better way we can do this. There is a better way. I think if I just leave that as it is, and yes, you are entirely right there. Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's I remember like someone actually talking about how there's a character in it, don't worry, this isn't ruining anything, called Tom Bombadil, who's quite a key important feature and is simply not mentioned in the film at all. Right, so let's have a look. What we need to do is, if we go into Monster SOs, where we've got our boss ones, I think I know what I've done. So here we've got the Rumple token reward as 1, right? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, I kind of want to make all of these maybe something like 15. I think 15. Yeah. Okay, so that's given us the good amount of Rumple tokens. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm Broken Martin. How's it all rocking? Let's rock. Oh, awesome. Oh, wicked. Yeah, we're... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I mean, this is something which I have, like... You know when you think, what's the most exciting story that this person has to say? And this is up there. So once you've heard this story, you'll be like, there's no more exciting stories left. But I am literally in an extra in the first Harry Potter film. I know. I always like to show off that fact. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. At least that means that you've got a reason, you're allowed to be pretty lazy. That means you can watch TV and stuff and just chill. Right, so we've upped this. Now what we want to do is, for the final reward, take away the Z coin. So I think this might actually... Oh, do we make it like way loads of Rumple tokens? Because I have a feeling, right, I don't know if I'm making the levels a bit too high to go up, because I don't know if anyone's reached the max Rumple token level, but I might have to sort of shave the numbers down a bit. So you know what? Let's do this. So that way it's a big reward for completing. There's always incentive to complete. And now we want to go for... we want to find out... it should be on here, maybe. I think there'll be like chest rewards or something. Sort chest rewards. Yes, let's go. Right. So, get Rumple tokens for chest reward. Oh, let's have a look at this. We might be able to just use this So chest level. Oh, this is actually a way more fun way of doing this. Yeah, I like this. Yeah. Okay, I really like this. Okay. Alright, changing my mind. Forget the fact that we've changed this. I want to use this algorithm, this particular function, to get the number of Rumple tokens. Yeah, so, because this way there's a bit of randomness. It can be really high, it can be really low. I just prefer that. Fair play. I think not that I should be like, this isn't often this is one of those kind of odd subjects, but I think obviously none of us like to be ill, none of us like to be unwell, but I think I had extreme vertigo whenever I tried to move anywhere for it's probably about a week. So I literally apart if I was in bed, I had no symptoms whatsoever. It was only if ever I needed to try and move anywhere that it was a problem. So I was like, oh, fantastic. I literally have no option but just to stay in bed and eat food and watch TV. I was like, this is like, you know, not that I should, not that I'm happy to be ill, but this is like almost mathematically the best possible form of illness where I could where like the only problem was if I needed to go to the toilet. That was the, you know, because I had to essentially crawl because yeah, the vertigo was really bad. But as long as I was actually sat down, you didn't feel anything. So that's pretty cool. Right, we're going to use this algorithm, and I think I'm just going to cheekily just do that. All right, that'll mean that we get a bit more. So what's the actual average? If we just yeah, so I'm going to do that. That's just an integer, isn't it? So where we've got, let's have a look. I've got to remember where I was getting the monster awards from now. Hopefully I've left it open. Control F. Nope, it's not there. Could be there. No, I'll have to go the slightly slower way of finding it, but that's no problem. Yeah. I think the inconsistency can be really irritating. Right, so where we've got, yeah, we just need to, in fact, that will be more useful. Find all the references here. So sort monster rewards. What we should do, so this bad boy, this is going to be the generic way of sorting this. Home. And then I'm going to have, I just want to check. So if it's a non-boss, we do everything like normal, whereas else we want to go Rumple level master script dot instance. Oh, we're already on there. Oh yeah. Get. Oh, we were there the whole time. I've forgotten what I've called the function now. It will be here. Get number of Rumple tokens for chest rewards. So we want to use most of what's in here, but just get rid of a few things. yeah, actually. So this bit stays the same, but then the reward int, and then we just get rid of all this stuff here. And I think it's... I saw the function, and then I forgot what it was called. Get number of Rumple tokens for chest rewards. Okay. Number of... Yeah, okay. And that, I believe, has to be 1. So I think that's fine. We just need to find all references. So here, we actually want to get rid of that. Okay, all right. So here is the plan. We're going to defeat the first boss and see if these changes have worked. So I think I've got everything set so that we can actually do a quick reset here. I'm going to press play. Let it go through. It'll just take a sec because I haven't played it for a little while. Right. Yeah, so this is exactly where we want it to be. I just want to switch this one off. It won't take as long to load this time. So yeah, one thing which I'm trying to work on, like in the future, I would like to have this game on let's have a look, which game on like mobile and stuff. But I think for whatever reason it's eating up a bit too much RAM. Now my knowledge in this area isn't super great because I want to know what's eating up all the RAM. I don't know if there's just too much stuff going on. I don't know if it's like this background here is really expensive, like processor wise. It's something that I'm going to look into. No, I think the Hangover days I've kind of learned a little bit from. Okay, so there's obviously with the deck that we've got, there's no way that we can win it unless you're the developer and oh nope. Oh, okay. Never mind. That's still not enough. Okay, right. So what we're hoping to expect now is a like a decent chunk of Rumple tokens, but it's a randomised amount of Rumple tokens, and then from the chest at the end we're going to get no Rumple tokens. Once we've done that, I can happily say that is done and dusted. So let's see if this works. I think it can be as little, yeah, 135 Rumple tokens, yeah. And that is, so I think the idea is it's going to have a number. So we're currently on, this is Chaos level 1, all right? So we add 1 to that, right, which is 2, all right? And then we have, I've got to remember the exact maths here. Yeah, and then, so we add 1 to that. Yeah, so that is well, actually we're technically on Chaos level 0, so we're adding 2 onto that, right? So that'll be 2, and it'll be somewhere between 2 times 30, so somewhere between 30 and 150. So 135 is a decent amount there. And then hopefully here we don't get the Rumble tokens. Yeah. Right, and then yes, we don't get the Rumble tokens there. Okay, I think I prefer that. I've also, so I don't know, like I don't know if anyone's played it much, but I'm intrigued as to if the Rumple token levels are feeling a bit too high to get to, because I don't want to ever make it feel as though you're just grinding to get Rumple tokens. Yeah, so I'm not sure yet. Right, anyway, that is good. So we're happy with that. That is, let me, in fact, right, I've got this. This is my return to stuff right now. We're just working on the list now. So Rumple tokens from final boss. Let's go add that to the list. Let's see what other little things we can do. Oh yes, right, okay. So here is a big problem that I probably should have dealt with a while ago, but let's work on that now. Right, map test. Let's go into over here. Right, let's turn this back to 0. All right, I'm just going to green that out because I'm sure at some point I'm going to need to change this again. Right, and what we're going to do is here, I'm going to make this trash card. Okay. So let's go create the problem, and then I'll tell you how I want to fix it, or what I want to do. So, and it's kind of an obvious problem. It's something that is very easily fixable. I just never thought to do it. Oh yeah, of course I need to do a quick reset. Quick reset. Turn that off. Right, and what we're looking to do, I'll just quickly turn the music off. For some reason, having two different musics on at the same time, I just can't focus at all. Right, so here's the issue, right? Let's just say I wanted to trash this. There's no real reason we can't make this like twice as big, right? So that's what I think we should do. But I want to have just a quick look before I do that. So yeah, I think we can just literally just make this twice as big, right? I want this like going boom right over the full screen, because it's quite hard to read this. This is quite small. Whereas if you kind of want a reason the pixels are just, like I say, my resolution isn't even holding this one out. So let's go make this bigger. So what we're going to do first is we'll find out what game object this is. This is Trash Text Box Go. Trash Card Text Box Go. Trash Card Text Box Go. Alright, we're going to turn off for the time being. And I think it might be as simple as just making it just a bit bigger. That's what I'm looking to do. So, I mean, I don't think it's going to be quite this easy. Okay, let's just see if it's this easy. All right, let's see if this runs into any problems. I mean, this will be hilarious if that's all I needed to do. I feel. Oh yeah, sorry. Right. Okay. So anyway, that one I have done that first task in less than half an hour, which I'm happy with. So, okay, not quite twice as big. Not quite twice as big. But I like it though. Oh yes. Oh, we're Bit Dev. Let's rock. Oh, awesome. How's it all going? We're making some nice little quality of life improvements, and one of them involves this box being bigger, but this is clearly too big. So why don't we do a bit of a hedge and make it say 1.5, and then see what that looks like. Because I want because it may as well dominate the screen, because all you're focused on when you're doing this is this big thing here. Ah, wicked. Right, so, I can't quite read this. That's better, isn't it, right? I think that's a bit more readable. And I think the weird thing is, I mean, I was kind of expecting to have to do more work from this, I won't lie. If I just changed it to making it 50% bigger, I think that kind of works out all right. So what we need to do now is do exactly the same thing, but with the upgrade box as well. That felt too easy. That felt too easy. Yes, yes, you are right. Oddly enough, actually, it's funny you should say that. We can make a better font there straight away. In fact, so right. If anyone uses Unity, I've got some really good, useful information for you. Right. So if we have a look at the trash text here. Yeah, I know. I agree with you. Right, so this is, I just need to remember that this is 2.1. So I'm just going to make this up to 3. Okay. And unselect it. Oh, for some reason. Anyway, right, it doesn't matter too much. I'm not too worried about the colour. I think it's because it's half. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. Okay, so here's the issue that we've got. Right. You see the way this is the old text, right? I want to upgrade it to the new text. Now, if we go into this trash text here, this Gilbert font actual is the font that we want, right? And it's not this one, okay? But for some reason, it's still got it saved on its memory. So if I swap this to anything else at all, right, and then I swap it back, it actually turns into the slightly more easier to read, less blocky font. So now we'll move this back to 2.1, and then we can just test. Right, but it's just the thing is what I've done is I swapped it to a different font and then I swapped it back to the same one, and it's just changed the font forever. So like when I did make this improvement to this font, I had to do that for every single font, and there's a few which I just forgot. You know, so if ever you see the big clunky writing anywhere, that's just because I forgot to change it. Even though it's the same one, it still registers what it was before. So let's have a look. Okay. So yeah, that's a bit better, isn't it? Okay, right. So we've done that. Right, now we're going to do something properly fierce. Hold on, let's see if I can get all of this done. So if we have upgrade card, now I'll need to reset the game. Yeah, that just feels better, doesn't it? It feels like it is just better. There's a few little things that I might need to experiment with. So we've actually upgrade card, and I kind of want this one to be upgrade card as well. You'll have to trust me on this. So now we go quick reset and play. So, and I need to music art. Okay, so now we're running into the same problem here where it's like it's tiny, teeny tiny, and we can also change this font because see the way it's all blocky. By the end of this, it's going to look a lot nicer. So what we need to do is I'm pausing. I just want to remember what this is actually called. It's called upgrade card text box. Upgrade card text box. This bad boy. All right, now let's stop this. Let's go 1.5. 1.5. Right. Ah. Yeah, no, I think that's still fine. Yeah, sorry. Okay. I just, yeah, yeah, that's fine. It's all fine. Right. Okay, so we've upgraded that, but what we also need to do is just change the text from one random one back to the original one so it works. So yeah, and I think the problem which I've got is there's a new thing that the new guys are using called TextMesh Pro, and I'm still living in the dark ages with the original legacy TextMesh. But yeah, you can even see the font. So there, swapping it to Arial and then swapping it back, it's now, I think it should be, no, I think I might need to do that and then swap it back to there, and then I think that's just changed the text from it. So let's see if this works. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Right. So now that's a lot bigger. Right, and then we can do that. Now here's what I wanted to check. So yeah, that's all fine. Now we click on this, and yeah, and it still stays. I weren't sure if the proportion was going to mess up this being there, but it's not. That's fine. Okay, all right. That was a lot easier to do than I thought. Okay, so it looks like we've done both of those in one go, in one fell swoop. Okay, right. So time is ticking on. Let's see, what else can we do? Right, I'm going to have a quick look at the board. Yeah, I know. I mean, to be honest, I did a whole extra one because I'm looking to just do little fun ones today. All right. Okay, this is going to be. I've got to work out. This might be quite tricky, but we are going to. Right. Let's see. Let's see if I can work this out. So let's close all this. Let's go and get out of here. Right, what our plan is we're going to make 2 more supplement cards, right? They're not actual main cards that you can get. I thought I would, yeah, this one might be a little bit tricky, So I'm going to give myself, I think, what about 50 minutes, and I want to get, and I want to sort, there's 2 supplement cards that I want to sort out. Actually, the 50 minutes is a little optimistic, but I reckon we can do it. Okay, so we're going to go to scenes, main game. Oh, hold on, cancel. Let's turn that quick reset off. I don't think it should matter, but I always want to, because if ever that quick reset gets triggered, it will reset anyone's game, which is not what I want. Right, so main game, yeah. We can save now. Right, so we need to get a misfit, right? But we're going to have a whole new misfit to add to the party. So first of all, I want to go card SOs. I think I've got spare here and misfits, right? We're going to duplicate this one here, Misfit Ranger, and we're going to call it, I haven't even got a good name for it. Okay, right. If anyone can think of in the next 30 seconds a really good name for a misfit that gives you 1 energy and doesn't give you any beans or anything, it just gives you 1 more like mana. And I can't think of anything straight off the top of my head. Let's think. The Misfit Sparkle. We'll come back to that. Don't worry. Right. So what we need to do first is, if I go into here, and we're going to go Control-Shift-S, save it as PNG. Yep, we're okay to overwrite everything. That's fine. And we'll add in these new cards. Oh yeah, of course, I'm not in the right place. Over here, card sprites, card art. Is it this one? Yeah, this looks good. So we want to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. These ones are the ones that we're looking to add. Also, if anyone, I've got a whole spare totem. There's a totem which I've got a plan for, which is the Unbroken Martin. But I've got another totem which I've made. Misfit Regenerator. Yeah, done. Okay. Love it. Okay, so we're going to just chuck these new cards into the mix. I just need to find out where the sprites are. So sprites, card art, and then... okay, hold on. It's just, it's mid-dragging. Here we go. If I just put them here, get rid of that for the time being. And I'm just got to make sure there's no, so this one here, I'm just going to change to 103. Oh, no, not 1.3. I meant to have it, what was 103? 103. Okay, so, and I want to check that all of these are matched up with the right sort of settings. So I've got 128, 128, so, and all of these are that. Okay, so we're going to change this to 128 and then point filter and none and apply. So obviously you've probably heard me here saying 128 point filter none, and you're probably thinking, why is it so important, right? The reason being, and I do not know, this is the thing, I'm pretty good at programming, but understanding what's happening in the actual hull of the computer, I'm not 100% sure. But what will happen if we don't do that, the sprites just look a little bit warped. Sometimes they'll be just, sometimes they'll look like a really terrible, they just generally look unprofessional, and they'll have sometimes fuzzy ending, and it just looks a bit rubbish. Whereas by always having point filter and compression none, that always seems to fix the problem. I think it probably comes at a bit of a overhead cost, but that might be partly why I can't seem to get my game to work on any mobile device. But anyway, that's by the by. Right, so let's see. So what we've got to do now is card SOs, Misfits this one here, we're going to call Regenerator 01. Okay, and then we want to find the picture, which is quite hard to spot. This one. Okay, right, and this will change this wording here, which is going to be add one mana coin vanquish. Add key int type. I think that can just be misc. Add one, and then we can just kind of copy this. And what we'll need to do as well is where we've got this card enum, we need to create all the new card names that we're going to have. So and also we actually need to get, right, this might be interesting. Recruit, I think there's one that's just like add mana coins. Add mana coins. There we go. The key int ref is actually saying point to number 0 on this key int, which is going to be number 1. And everything else here doesn't really matter. And I think that's all we need to do. However, right, I want, like, don't get me wrong, the coding required to do this is going to be a bit more difficult, but I want to make it so that this is rarer than the remaining 5. I want it to be like when you're getting misfits, you're like, oh, I've never seen this before, this is rare. That's kind of like what I'm going for, because overall I would say, as far as builds when you're playing the game, a certain way that you can go is where you've got loads of like 0 cost cards, so loads of misfits, loads of inspirations, lots of, say, cheap conscripts, loads of cards where you can just get loads of little things and synergize. But that has been kind of one of the weaker builds. I think I do know a couple of people who have like completed it, but it does feel like one of the weaker builds. So now we've done that, we need to work out like the point in which we're actually getting misfits. So let me have a think about this one. So I think I might just need to follow the path here. So if we go into card action script, edit script, and then I want to just close all but this. Right. Yeah, I don't know. Is that something that happens to anyone else? Like, whenever you've just got a bunch of tabs open, for some reason, it's almost as though 20% of your brain is thinking of the other tabs that are open. So that's why I always clear them. That might just be me. That's just kind of like, normally, like, that's how I kind of, my brain sort of functions. I'm like, yep, just get rid of all the other tabs that don't matter. Right, so now, if I just go, let's just find out misfit. Oh, it's not the card action script, is it? Oh, it might be. Let's go control, close everything. Perform card action. Oh, I think I know the issue. Right, so we need to work out the point in which we're adding misfits to our hand. So I think we need to go out just a little bit. If I find, let's have a look, misfits Kenny, and we've got add card region to your hand, and that will be misfits. So that's what we're looking for, add card region to your hand. So, yeah, here we go. So region to add, get all of region cards. Yeah, so this over here, let's go to definition. So returning list, this is, let me just have a quick look. I just want to kind of work out exactly what's happening at this point. So we've just got some card name enums here, which we're creating a whole new list. We're then going to the entire library, and we're saying add all of the get all the enums that are of that specific region. Then this is the returning array. Oh, and we're just assigning it. Okay, so we haven't actually picked them yet. That's fine. So that's fine. Well, this one's still probably quite relevant. And then when we're adding cards to hand, let's go to definition. And what's happening here, so this is just the full list of potential ones we can add, right? And then we're going over here and we're saying cards to add, and then yes, okay, all right, so we're finally there. So the slight issue is now just got to kind of work out exactly how we're doing it, because we've got all 6 here, and we want to, I mean, like, to be fair, if I just left this as it is, we still have a little bit more work to do, but we're close. So what I kind of want to do is first of all just check this works, because it might be quite hard in making the regenerator rarer. I mean, potentially, why not just keep it the same level of rarity, because these like 0 cost decks do need a bit of improvement, and I'm looking at how I've coded it, and it's going to be a little tricky to make it a little bit rarer, but what we need to do before anything, let's go add this over here. I reckon I'm looking at the time. I think we can do this in time. Okay, so now rather importantly, if I go to the master script edit, card name enum, yes, right, so here are all the cards. Now we actually have to add all these cards to the end, which should be fine. So we actually, like, I've got my pictures here, and I need to come up with a name for all of these. So let me just go through the list. So we may as well add so this will be Misfit Regenerator. So I'm looking over, we're going to have Unbroken Martin, Aghast Strike Force, kind of want here. Right, okay, so hypothetically, if there was another inspiration that we needed a name for, we'll cross that bridge a bit later, don't worry. But it's just, one which is going to be something like add one of every bean and get a mana back as well. So it's going to be like the best of the inspirations you can get. I quite like that. And I think that'll just make it overall this whole deck a little bit easier. Let me do. So there's a particular streamer called Judge who plays Hearthstone, and I thought, like, because he's called Judge, I feel like I needed to do a sort of gavel hammer. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? I can't think of all the names right now. So let's have a look. Inspiration Rainbow. I think that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah. So let me just find out what I've called the others. Inspiration Rainbow. I think, let's not go too let's not try and be too clever here. I just need to make sure I'm spelling inspiration correctly. Inspiration rainbow. And then we're going to come up with the other names a bit later. These are the two that I wanted to get done today, because the Unbroken Martin, that's going to be quite tricky to code, but I'm quite happy with it. Yeah, Inspiration Rainbow and Regenerator. Okay, right, so we've done that. Okay, so now we need to actually change the name of this one. So Misfit Regenerator, and then... oh yeah, hold on. Oh, I didn't save it, did I? Oh, I'm an idiot. Right, let's go save that. And here it's going to be Misfit Regenerator. Yeah, let's assume I spelled that correctly. Right, so I think that's all we need to do. So let's go see if it works, see if it does all the things. And yeah, I need to first of all just make sure that I've got the cards in my deck. So if we go game info script, again, like, so what happens? So just to clarify, whenever I'm going onto the main game, I'm always just like, this deck is constantly changing to test different things. So what we want right now is Misfit. Oh, Misfits Kenny, yeah. So let's just add a few of these. And we want also Mad Satterfield. We want a few of these as well, because I want to know if I've done the coding right, so that we can get the mana regenerator one from these Mad Satterfields as well. So let's give this a shot. So we should have a 1 in 6 chance that we get the thing. So, oh wow, look, check this out. Right, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, statistically, I'm quite likely to get. Let's go to one of these. Aha! Right. Okay. So let's check that this works. Okay, we're on 4 mana. Oh yes. Okay. Now that feels pretty good. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Okay, so I want to see if these can create the. So yeah, I think it goes down a slightly different path. So at the moment it didn't, but I don't know if that's bad luck. Because I might have done the coding entirely different. Yes, no, it does. It's still. I think these ones still do create misfits. Yeah. Obviously, this would be a terrible. Like we've got this move. I can't play anything more. So it feels like we've done this much, and it's generally going quite well. Yeah. What I kind of want to do as well is, just to be on the safe side, I just want to check that the coding does work the way it should do. And as far as making it rarer, that's going to be a little bit difficult to do. But yeah, I like the idea that there's going to be an exciting one. So if we go into, we can stop this now, go into, I think we've got a totem master script somewhere, not in there. Edit script, and I'm just going to go Control F. Oh yeah, that gets the whole thing. So let's find all the references here. Add. So that's the number. Oh. Just want to check. It feels like I've gone down a completely different path in order to do this, which is fine. So let's go to this definition. Wow, I have done something completely different here. Ah, this one. So I see what's happened. So at some point here, I've defined this. So let's find all the references here. Oh, okay. I mean, it all works. It does all work, but this isn't super clean because the way which I've got all of the Misfits cards is by using this, which works and it's fine. But it's just a completely radically different method to how I got the inspiration cards. However, it works, so I'm kind of fine with it. I'm going to leave it. I'm always slightly reluctant to like try and clean code which doesn't need it. It seems to have worked fine. Right, now we've got to do the same for Inspirations Rainbow. This one, let me have a little look at Bean Community. Ah, yeah. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're okay. So Inspiration Grey, I'm going to duplicate that, and we're going to have it. We're going to change it to Inspiration Rainbow. And we just need to change. Maybe I should have picked a different one. So this will be add one of every bean type. Add one. Actually, how have I worded it on this one? Add one mana coin. Oh yeah, I'm still spelling the word one. And draw one card. Okay, so I need to check that. I just need to read over this. Check that's add one of every bean type. Add one mana coin and draw one card. Yeah. Okay, so we Control V. X. Control V. X. So we're just sorting out the wording for this one. Just need to get rid of that number one there. Number one there. One and one. I think these can all be MISC and this can be MISC. So let's just read over, see if it makes sense. Add one of every bean type, add one mana coin and draw one card, Vanquish. Okay, now we just need to have a little look at this. So we kind of want to, so So the card reference here is going to be 0. And we kind of want to just duplicate this. I think it goes all the way to the bottom. Anyway, I'll just duplicate and duplicate. Okay, so yeah, this is going to do quite a lot of things, this card. So let's start away from the left. So recruit 1, pointing to 1, Ranger. Recruit 1. Oh, actually, that needs to be Ranger there. And then it'll be non-armoured attacker, armoured attacker, non-armoured defender, and armoured defender. Okay, right, draw cards. So we actually want to do one more thing, which I think, oh, what have I done? I think we can just add one more to the end here. And this one here will be add mana coins. That will be pointing to 1. Draw cards will actually be pointing to 2. That's fine. I know all these numbers are 1, so it doesn't matter what it's pointing to, but just shows that. So like the reason. So this like key in ref is saying like what number of this array are we referring to. So I always, even though they're all 1, and I could have them all refer to just this, it doesn't matter. I think if ever I hypothetically wanted to change it, I've always got that freedom. So I think we're almost there. We need to change this to Inspiration Rainbow, and then change this to Inspiration Rainbow. Right, still 22 minutes on the clock. I think we're almost there. I want to just spend a minute just having a look over, checking this is everything that I want. So yeah. Right, dropping my pen. Not that I should do this, and definitely not, but if ever I wanted to be incredibly lazy, I think the way that I could increase the odds or reduce the odds of getting either this Inspiration Rainbow or this Misfit Regenerator, I could just duplicate these ones over, but I don't like that. I don't like that method. I think that would just add more chaos to the mix. So I think we're ready to go. Recruit. So there should be 5 recruits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Drawing a card and adding a mana coin over there. And I kind of want the actual mana coin to be first. It doesn't matter too much, but it just makes more sense to me. Okay, right, so now we just need to try and get some of these inspirations. So if we go back over here, we'll go with, let's go down to 2. A Misfits Kenny is still going to be useful because I want to go Redbeard. Have a few of these. And Inspiring Pot. Have a few of these. Okay. Is there anything key that I'm missing here? We'll find out. Let's go. Right, so. Okay, that didn't work. Alright, still no luck, but that's okay. That could just be bad luck. Okay, right. So, still actually have a chance. Okay, we can go. Alright, did we get lucky with any of them? At the moment, no, but it still feels like it's just bad luck. Still feels like it's just bad luck, but don't worry if not. We'll... Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, I feel that it... I think statistically this is incredibly bad luck. Let me go for a little bit longer. Oh! Yes! I think it works. I forgot to change the picture. That was the only problem. So, I think it did do the thing. Oh no, where's the picture? I've lost even... Okay, right. It's this one. Okay, right. So, I think it did work. It did work. I just forgot to change the picture. So let's give this another shot. I think we should be ready to go. Okay, here we go. Yes. Right. So we've got this one here, Inspiration Rainbow. Let's go get this card and check that it does all the things that we want it to do. That looks good. And it's given us the mana coin as well. So if I do that and this, didn't actually get lucky that time. But I think we're there. So at the moment, obviously, I'm still running into the classic trap of adding too many buffs. Right. Oh yeah, sorry, I've realised that I'm slightly off camera. Yeah. I just kind of want to see it. I don't know if I've just been unlucky in not getting these inspirations, the rainbow inspirations. Hopefully. Looks like we got one here. Yeah. And I kind of want to just see one more and then I'll be happy. Yes, okay, that's enough. I'm sold on that. Okay, boom. All right. Still with 15 minutes to spare. Very nice. Okay, so that will just generally make a particular type of deck that's a bit weak, a bit stronger, which I'm happy with. Right, on to the next one. I haven't actually got any particular structured plan as to where I'm going. I'm just kind of going to what naturally feels like it makes the most sense. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, right. Okay. So, when I do the next, so this is going to be a few more like little fixes. But one thing that I want to do in the next big patch is So we've got 10 constructs at the moment, and some of them are really weak, right? And I kind of want to have, and like I think a lot of people are saying like constructs are kind of like they're probably a bit too weak, apart from two particular ones: the one that saves you if you die, and the one that draws you an extra card. They're two very strong constructs. Whereas I want to make the others just a little bit more playable, a little bit more usable. So, for example, there's one where it's if you play 4 cards in a turn, you get you add a ranger, which is fine, but it's just really slow and awkward. What if I made it so that if you played 4 cards, let me just think this through. Yeah, if you played 4 cards, like it's every 4 cards, right, that you play, you add a ranger. I think that'd be better. So, like, I don't know how easy that's going to be to do. So I'm going to have a little look and see how viable that is. Because and there's also one where it's like if you play 3 cards in a turn, you add an attacker and a defender. And what if I just made that every 3 cards you play, you add an attacker and a defender, and that number will still carry on, like as you're sort of like, you know, as in, so if say you've played 2 cards and then like you suddenly do a battle, that means that when you start the next battle, that ticker will still be there. So it will just overall be very, very useful. And admittedly, it will make Boy Royston even stronger. That's what I'm kind of thinking of. So what I probably need to do is let's have a think. What's the easiest way of doing this? I think if we go into the master script, we press home over here, we look for the construct type. Here we go. And I think it's Dark Stranger Ranger. Let's go find all the references here and work out exactly what the code is, and then try and just change it. So I think we rename this. I'll still keep this here, but I'm going to put this in green. Something like Dark Stranger Granger. Every 4 cards you play, add 1 ranger. Yeah, that's good. And this is Stranger Granger. Because these are sort of like weak cards, weak constructs that I could just do with making it better. Dark Stranger Granger. Every 3 cards you play, add 1 attacker and 1 defender. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's a nice sort of, now that's quite a spicy synergy card. I could make it every 4 cards because that might be a bit too strong. Yeah, I think so. All right. Okay, so that's just changing the text. We haven't actually changed what it does yet. So we're just going to kind of follow down. So we're working on this one first. Number of rangers to recruit. Ah, right. Okay. So, yeah, this might be a little bit more difficult than I thought, but I think we're in it for the long haul. I think we can do this. So, I'm going to reset the timer. I'm going to give myself... I'll give myself an hour. Yep. And I'll see if I can sort out all of this in this time. Because this is... yeah. So I think the way that we need to do it is... yeah. Check for constructs. So let's just have a little look as to when we're calling this. because unless I'm mistaken, I have actually got it sorted in a way which means every construct can have an integer attached to it. Check. So let's find out when this is being called. Oh, I've already got it. Okay. So this is in. Oh, it's in this one. So let me. Find all the references here. I just want to know where this comes about. So, what script are we in at the moment? This is the card action script. Okay. So what's happening at this point? It's performing the card action, then it's adding to the cards played this turn. That's brilliant. Okay. And we need to. So I just need to do the maths here. So. Go to definition. This adds to the number of cards played this turn. That's fine. Let's go to this definition. Now we kind of know what we're looking for. So this is what we've sorted. Oh yeah, so I think we can eventually get rid of this. So we want to have something like, yeah. So this is this sorts out the corn heart farm, and this sorts out the protection station. But we can actually still have it here. So if underscore scripts I dot construct type is equal to construct type dot Dark Stranger Ranger. We want to have underscore and what we'll need to do as well is I've got to remember key ints. Right, so that I want to go back to 3, and we're going to have that's okay there. Stranger Ranger. We want to go this as Dark Stranger Ranger, and let's put this on 2 to begin with. Okay. Alright, there's a reason why I'm doing that. Dark Stranger Ranger. And we just need to work out what number. So it's key construct ints. So game info, yeah. Game info script dot instance dot key construct ints I plus plus if is I think greater or equal to 4, so then C equals 0. Actually, I could have minus equals 4. I think that makes a bit more sense. And we want to Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. So we haven't quite. Let's try and work this out. Yeah. So we can use bits of this code, but not quite all of it. So what we should do is, I'm actually going to green all of this out, Control K, C, because we can still take bits that we want. And yeah, okay, we're getting there, Right, so we got these key numbers here, and I want to have number of rangers to recruit plus, and we can do almost exactly the same code for Stranger Granger, and that will be number of attackers and defenders to recruit plus. Okay, now I think we can just go Control C, Control V, and then Control KU. And we want to do the same for this. Oh yeah. C. Control V. And then Control KU. Right. So this will also deal with if you have multiple things as well. Right, is there anything that I'm missing? Okay, the only thing which I'm slightly cautious of, so actually with these construct scripts, I've got to just check the point in which these are assigned. I think oh, I see. Yeah. So I just wanted to check. So, what we're actually doing here? This is the point in which we're creating the constructs. So, right, 10 minutes in, and we might have just nailed it. God, I feel like I'm on fire today. This is brilliant. Okay, obviously, we don't know if it works yet, and we will need to do a bit of rigorous testing. So it's like, and it's very important to note that before I make any more patches. There are a lot of little problems that may occur that I'll have to do some sort of quite rigorous testing to check that they can't happen, because there's a big important rule when it comes to coding, which is if anything can go wrong, it definitely will. Because I think there's there's a few little issues when I've been coding. Even we're talking about a year ago, I'll be like, that might be a problem in the future. No, don't worry. And since I've released the game, in a good way, in a genuinely nice way, it shows that a lot of people have played. A lot of these issues that I thought, no one will ever do that, have all come to light. So, for example, when you open a chest in the map, in my head, because I know how I've coded it, I forgot the fact that people can click on the loot before they've actually before all the loot has come up, which creates all sorts of problems. But that has now been fixed, and so I think we're ready to roll. Have I saved it? So, yeah, let's give this a shot. So, in this case, we're currently already on 2. So, I mean, in a way, we could even have a number there, but I'll worry about that later. Okay, so I am going to play 2 cards. 1 and 2. And we got that. Okay. Now I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and I want to check that this gets the. Yeah, so this is now on 2. This is on 0. So if I go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. I wanted to check that, like, before the Misfit Kenny was activated, it did give you those, which is exactly what we wanted. Okay, so now this should be able to go on indefinitely. Well, not indefinitely, but now I just need 2 more. So 1. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, just 1. So this, so yeah, like, yeah, so, because I've played 3. So this one is now on 2, so I need to play 2 more cards. So if I do 2 armoured ones, then we're actually going to get an extra attacker and a defender. So 1 and 2. 3 and 4. That's 2 rangers. Yep, very nice. Okay, all right. So so overall, I said we were going to improve constructs, right? I have now upgraded both of these constructs. Oh, I didn't actually hover over to check that they. I think I did hover over, but I didn't actually read the text works. Okay. Oh, I need to change that to after playing 4 cards in a turn. That's fine. So let's just change that now. Oh. Huh. Okay. Huh. All right. Okay. Well, that's an interesting. I think I know the issue. We can work this out. I think. Yes. Ah. Yes. So we need to change it here. We need to change the text here, which is fine. I just need to steal the text and then change it. So I think we can just go. So this text here only comes up when you first get the construct. That's why we were struggling. So every 4 cards you play, and I think we can actually. We don't need that. And this will be. Yep, let's go get rid of that. Probably should have a space in between those. All right, let's just check that works. And what I should do, I don't know if I'm going to do this now, but, and actually let's just, because what we can do, we can also do the quick pulse. We haven't activated the quick pulse because this is a kind of, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to I'll activate that quick pulse as well, which is no problem. And how would we do that? We want to go underscore construct scripts I dot quick pulse while All right. So now we're going to do. We obviously need to experiment with the absolute extreme. So if I go into here, and we go 10, and this will be 10. Okay, let's hope this feels still okay. So we're going to have a bunch of these. Oh, right, okay, we've got an issue, which is fine. All these issues are all good. Right. Let's see. Right. Okay. Looks like okay. We this is fine though. This is exactly why we do that. I'm going to be back in just a sec. I'm probably going to make myself a cheeky coffee, and I'll be back in just like a few minutes. Give me one sec. Right, awesome, we're back. I know the problem that we have. It's very easy to fix. I said quick coffee. It occurs to me that the coffees that I like are ones where you have to kind of get a cup and you get these little plastic or cardboard cups that you put on top, and it takes a bit longer. Anyway, here's the problem. Constructs active. This needed to be 10 as well. What I should be doing, right, I'm saying this might be something I do off stream. I don't like the fact that we have 3 different arrays here that are all like, yeah, it's hard to explain, but it's just this. I should have one which is like a construct class of some sort that has all of this information in one go. That's what I should do. I might do that off stream. It's just, yeah, because it's a little bit like, as much as there's no reason why it ever should change, for this exact, we wouldn't have had this problem that we've got now had I done that. So anyway, right. So, I need to change that to 10. This doesn't matter too much, to be honest. The fact that it's ticked on or not. So I'm still catching my breath. Right, so now we've got 10. So, and these are all ticked up to number 2. So let's see. We're going to play 2 cards and see if we get a massive barrage of 8 rangers. And let's see how quick these pulse as well. 1 and 2. That's okay, isn't it? Yeah. 3, 4. Okay, and then 1 and... Oh, I don't have enough mana. Okay, right. Next turn we're going to play 1 and then get a bunch of rangers. Because, yeah, I've been trying to do the sort of maths, and I guess an attacker or a defender is about the same as a ranger. So let's go 1 of these. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Sorted. Okay. So we've done that, but we kind of want to improve some other constructs as well. So we're just going to go onto here, because I know there's some which just are a bit weak. Why not make them a bit better? So let's go change this to Rangers. So Cornhart Farm. This one overall, I do want to improve this. This one will be a bit tricky. So I was speaking with another streamer, fellow streamer, who's making some awesome games, by the way. He's called Lakia, who was saying that the problem with this is you play 25 cards, you get your max health, and then it doesn't really do anything, you know. And he was thinking, what if, say, it was after 25 cards, you got 25 health, but then after, say, 50 more cards, you got another 25 health. So it still has use, or something like that. But that's going to be a little bit more difficult to do. So what we should do, though, is let's go look at the cards which are fine. So Chuck's Exhibit, we actually know it's been tried and tested. That is a perfectly reasonably good. So Cornhart Farm, we will have to do work at some point. I've got it on my list, but I'm not going to do that today. Chip's Combat Barracks. Start each battle with 3 armoured attackers, 3 armoured defenders. And Archer Boys Camp. Start each battle with 3 rangers. I think we could double both of those. I think we could make them... yeah, because they're just a bit weak otherwise. Even though you quite like it, like having these extra stuff to begin with, it does generally feel a bit weak. So I think we should up this to 6 each and this to 6. So yeah, I don't think that one... Yeah, so anyway, that's what we'll do. That one shouldn't take me too long. I can do this still within the time ticking. So that's no problem. This one is probably a bit too good, but I'm going to leave it. Draw 1 additional card each turn. Because it could be something like, after you play 10 cards, draw an extra card, or something like that. I could nerf it. I won't do it quite yet because I know this is the best, like factually, as far as constructs go, this one here, the Bee and Bear Card Emporium, is the best one. Hannah, I quite like that. I could make it say it heals 10, but I think this is fine actually. This is just useful. It's just useful. It's nice. Kev doesn't need any changing that. So we only have 2 more that we're going to change so far today. So let's go just make it. And so I'm thinking 6 of each. We'll just make it a little bit more reasonable. Right. Just my coffee's just brewing away. Do you brew coffee? I know you brew tea. I'm going to say you do brew coffee as well. Right. Okay. Right. So, let's go change these numbers and then work out where we're going with that. Okay. So, 6, 6, and 6. Let's go find all the references here. That's fine. Here we want to change this as well. 6 and 6 and 6, and I probably better change it to Rangers. Yeah. So the overall rule is you just use the word Rangers and Archers interchangeably. All right. So quick pulse there. I think we just need to change this to 6 and this to 6. This one we've done already. Yeah, we can actually improve its cost, but I'm not too worried about that. I mean, yeah, we can make it cost more. Oh, hold on. And that to 6. Okay, will it be this easy? Will it actually be as easy as I'm... So now we just go, let's go change this to 5, 5, and 5. And, oh, I didn't need to do that last one. This one here though, this one needed to be 5. We're going to go Chip, Chip, Archer Boys Camp, Archer Boys Camp, Archer Boys Camp. So what should happen in theory is when we start, 5 constructs are going to be made. We're going to get, this is going to activate twice. So that's 12 armoured attackers and 12 armoured defenders. And this will activate 3 times. So that'll be 18 rangers. Yeah, very nice. Okay, boom, done. Right, sorted. Okay, add it to the list of things that we have done. We are getting there. Right, okay, so these are a lot of like little things that are just quite nice. Right, sorry, having a little look at our next. So yeah, sorry, I've just got it written down on my list. Sorry. I'm just, explaining the one where I'm improving the Corn Heart farm. That's still on the to-do list, but that's going to be a little bit tricky to do. Right, what else do we need to do? Sorry. So, oh yes, get all the tokens from the Rumple. That one's already done. Oh yeah. This is an interesting thing. I'll create the problem, and it kind of seems fine anyway, but I'll create the problem. So when I was doing my big cull where I was trying to get rid of all the stuff in this project that wasn't needed, I got rid of a particular sprite. So yeah, let's go create that problem. We'll need to go into I remember where we're going to. So we're going to test map, save, and need to edit this script. And then close all of this. Almost went down the wrong way, but I'm okay. Right, here we go. So, here we go. So if I go here, get rid of that one, but this one is going to be, is it just life? Yeah, I think it's just life. Okay. And we do a quick reset. Just need to turn it back afterwards. So yeah, here's the issue. Right, if we go restore life, we have these options here, but what I did before, I had, and you might even find that we've got the issue occurs, if we actually click on this, tile choice, yeah, look, we're missing a sprite, because there's a particular sprite which I put in that I didn't think I needed anymore, but it turns out I do. So we can actually get a nice little sprite to go behind there, so it just feels like you're clicking on something, because here it's not super obvious, like, because when you get more options you want to know what you're clicking, you know. So yeah, I kind of want to get that sprite back. I've just got to remember where it is. But we'll find it, don't worry. Right, so I think over here, let's have a look. I think it's in Destiny, and I think, yeah, it's these bad boys. And now we've got to make a quick snap decision here. So this is where it's got that slightly sort of grey, murky edge, and this is where, nah, that one looks rubbish. We'll stick with these. And I just want to kind of yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're going to put these sprites in to our game. Haven't worked out where we're going to put them, but in fact, why don't we just keep one? Yeah, let me go back into here. So if we go into here, pause. And we just want to know it's tile choice, go. Now I'm trying to work out if we actually do like pick a random background, or if we just have the same one every time. So summon. I think all I'm doing actually is just picking one. There's no randomness. I don't think people will mind too much, so I think I just pick the one that looks the best out of there. I think maybe this one. I'm going to go with this. So I think near where we keep that, this sprite here. So I think I could just kind of create a folder, Destiny tile BG, and yeah, I think I'm going to pick this one here, and we're going to put this on here and then try and work out exactly what we need to do. I think it might need to be 128, 128. Point, none, and apply. And I think that still kind of works. The text should go in front. The picture looks a bit rubbish now. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking it's. Anyway, let's have a little. Let's see how that plays in the game. Yeah, that looks a bit better. So yeah, although let's go get a better one than that. That one's rubbish. Why did I pick such a rubbish one? Right. Yeah, because that one just feels a bit rubbish. So Destiny. Is it this one? I don't know why that's still open. Let's close that. Close that. So we can actually have a bit of a closer inspection. I think they all look about as good as each other. No, it's fine. I'll stick with that. Yeah, no problem. Right. Okay, so that is that one sorted. Right. Cool. Okay. Right. Let's go work our way through. Okay. Because Agast. So I will do, the Unbroken one is going to take a little while to do. So I'm going to work on a slightly easier card. The Unbroken Martin is going to be quite difficult to do, so I'm going to work on an easier card for the time being. And I think I should just make a start. So, card SOs. Bolster the line is... actually, no. I'm trying to work out the best one to duplicate. And maybe it should be something like... actually, no, bolster the line is fine. Yeah. So... bolster the line 1, I'm going to duplicate. Alright, and we're going to call it Agast Strike Force 01. And we can change oh no. Oh, what have I done? Okay. It's quite hard to actually get this full list. So Agast Strike Force, that's what we wanted. And this will be Agast Strike Force. Okay, and then we can just make it how we want it really. So I want it to be 3 mana. And 15, yeah, this is going to be quite a wordy one. Add 15 attackers, 15 armoured attackers, and armoured, 3 armoured attackers and armoured defenders. And 3 to the ready camps. Is that? Yeah, 3 to the ready camps, and it was your town takes 8 damage. Vanquish. So this is like a proper, like, you do it once and it's great. It's going to be a good sort of boost. A really, really good early card. Later game it's going to tail off, but it's going to be a good solid, like, mid-game, yeah, early to mid-game sort of card. So 15, 3. I want to just check that the wording sounds correct. So it's add 15 armoured attackers and armoured defenders, and 3 to the ready camps. Yeah, I think that's right. So now we can just, yeah, I always worry about grammar. Does that make sense? Okay. Right. Okay, so add 15 armoured attackers and armoured defenders and 3 to the ready camps. Your town takes 8 damage. Okay, that's good so far. Card unlockable type. You get this card when you unlock ready camps, which is good. Card region. I might need to change this. I'm not sure if we're using this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's fine. There's a few, like, so in each of these scriptural objects, there's a few variables that I don't think I actually need anymore. And I'll probably go through a bit of a sort of phase because there's quite a lot of information on each of these scriptural objects. Right. Anyway, so here we go. So what we want to do, this is good. We want to add one more. Move this all the way to the top, and this will be recruit. And we've got to actually, the whole concept of a card meaning you take damage is new, right? So we will have to create that whole concept, but that's okay. So this will be armored attackers, and the key int reference is pointing towards the key int number 0. So I can put a 0 there, and then I kind of want to duplicate this one, and so I think that's it, yeah. This will be armoured defenders. And as far as to the ready camp, we're looking at key int number 1. So this will be 1 there and there, that's fine. This will be armoured attacker, and this will be armoured defender. It's already got the vanquish, so we already know it's going to vanquish, that's fine. And then we need to have a whole new card action, which is lose life or take damage. I think I'll call it take damage. So let's go find over here. Nope, we need the master thing. So let's go into the master script. And I think there'll be somewhere, there's like card action type. This one looks good. So we're going to add card action card action enum. So this will be take. Ah, wicked, awesome. How's it all going? Welcome back. Take town damage, and because this is I'm working on a nice little card that's a vanquish one. Quality. But like, feel free. I think you're on the whitelist. Feel free to chuck it in the. Put a link in the chat. If you suddenly get timed out, I do apologise. I am pretty sure I put you on the whitelist. Oh wow, nice. And so, how often are you adding to your blog? Right. So we got take town damage, and it's. Oh right. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. So I think if we have case card action enum dot take town damage break now dot instance dot take damage, and that will be, I think, just key int, and then we'll go while. Let's just see. Let's find out exactly what's happening in this function. Go to definition, taking damage. So it's taking damage. It's busy. Oh right. Oh, fair play. But yeah, Sweden. Like, is it actually nice in Sweden? Like, I'm not sure if I've been to Sweden. I think, like, my geography skills are pretty bad. I'm told it's like, so when you actually go for like the nicest places, like as in with the friendliest people in the world, there's a certain place. It might be like Melbourne, Australia. I can't remember. Anyway, Melbourne. All right. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Was that sounds like base jumping? Yeah. Like, and I think Sweden is up there as far as just genuinely kind people, you know. And yeah, Toronto, I think, in Canada. Right, damage to take. Okay, so it can actually just trigger that, which is fine. That's exactly what I want. So, while Townheart script dot busy dot busy dot instance dot busy yield return null. I think that might be all we need. So now let's go back into the Agast Strike Force. And we're going to add one to the end here, which will be... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Sorry, I meant to do that. Ready camp. We want to take town damage, and that key int ref will be pointing towards key int ref, which will be pointing to 8. So I think we're sorted. I just want to get the upgrades sorted as well. So Control D, 2, and this will be, I think it's still going to be 3 mana. The card level will be 2. This will be 20, and this will be 4. This will be 20, and this will be 4. And you still take 8 damage. So it doesn't matter how much you upgrade it, you're still going to take the same amount of damage. I want it to be a proper sort of judgment call. Oh wow, right, okay, let's have a look. What? Oh my Jesus. Oh my word. Sorry. Wow. Okay. Alright. That was... So was that actually... Was that like... When you say jump off a mountain, was that like... was that... Because I only know that as base jumping, and I always thought that was illegal. Or did you go from a plane? Because that's just absolutely insane. Sorry, just check that view out. Oh, wow. That's incredible. Oh man. Yeah, I've done it, I think, like, I did a tandem skydive once. Yeah. Oh, my word. I mean, the thing is that would, like, I think every part of my human instinct would be like, I can't run off a mountain. I just can't do it. Oh my god, that is absolutely incredible. Wow. Okay, that is really, really cool. Yeah, I think we did a yeah, I did a tandem skydive once, but that looks way more impressive. It was incidentally the same day that I yeah. I suppose if you run off a small bit and you can see that you're actually going to sort of float, and it probably does help, let's be honest, that there's another person who actually knows what they're doing that's attached to you. That is brilliant. Okay, I'm really impressed now. That's absolutely fantastic. Oh my word. Right. Right. So these upgrades. So I think because we've done all of this, we don't actually need to change any of this. That's one of the advantages of using this system. So I think we're ready to put it into action, see if it works. And what I'm going to do as well, I want to just check that I can still get game over from something. Oh yeah, right, so we need to actually go into the correct scene. Scenes, main game. Oh no, I didn't mean to